Ridley Scott is the very definition of hit or miss. This movie should have been epic. Napoleon is written by David Scarpa and directed by Ridley Scott, and stars Joaquin Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby. It tells the story of the life of Napoleon and his relationship with his wife Josephine, as well as his rise to power and eventual downfall. I'll start off with the positives. The acting here, I think, is great. Joaquin Phoenix is always fantastic. He's terrific here as Napoleon. He carries the entire film. He's in most of the scenes in this movie. He's always great. I love Joaquin Phoenix. He's one of my favorite actors. And here he's just amazing. Vanessa Kirby plays his wife Josephine, and she's also great. She's very good in the emotional scenes with him. She usually has romantic escapades outside of the relationship. She's not very faithful to Napoleon, but I think that they do sort of. Well, he loves her more than she loves him, but I do think that she does come an appreciation of him as the movie goes on. But she's also there because he's a wealthy man, he's a powerful man, so of course she wants to be with him. But I do think that she develops sentiments as the movie goes on. I think there are also a few entertaining action sequences here or there throughout the film, especially in Egypt and in Waterloo. I think those are the sequences that stand out the most. And the production looks great. It feels like Apple Plus can really make some damn good looking movies with this and Killers of the Flower Moon that came out earlier this year. This movie is no different. The action scenes are grand. The sets are really great looking. They transport you back to the time period, and the costumes as well. The costumes are fantastic. The wigs, the hairstyling, everything is very well made. It's a very big production, and I thought all this aspect of the movie was very great. The technical aspect and the acting as well, I thought was extremely well done. And I think this ends my positives. This movie has no pacing. I think it's one of the major flaws that it has. It doesn't know how to tell a coherent narrative. Some scenes are longer than they should be. Some scenes should be longer, but they aren't. There are very drawn out sex scenes with Vanessa Kirby and Joaquin Phoenix, and I feel like one would be enough. You didn't need to go back into the bedroom them over and over again. They feel a bit out of place, and they drag. I would have liked them. I would like to have seen their relationship develop in another context than the bedroom. I think that would have been more interesting than to just watch sex scenes over and over. It's a weird decision. I don't know why. This Ridley Scott approved it. He didn't write the script, but he approved it. So I don't know why Ridley Scott wanted to do this way. It's weird. It's weird to me, especially in a biopic like this. You want to focus more on the historic aspects of the character and less just his private moments with his wife. I don't know. It's just weird. We are also supposed to care about Napoleon exploits, but we know very little about him as a character. I felt we don't get to know him personally. He's there most of the time, but we aren't really inside his head, and I would have liked to know more about him. this movie is very long. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, and you absolutely feel the runtime. It drags at certain points. It's not an easy movie to watch. Just to get back on the to the like Colors of the Flower Moon, which 3.5 hours long, and while you did feel the runtime there, it went by way faster than this movie. Here, you can feel the length very much, and I feel like this movie has very little story. It would actually be better to just read a Wikipedia page. Would actually be more interesting than watching this almost 3 hours, 3 hour movie. Yeah, I really didn't like the pacing, and I was not entertained throughout the film. Some of the battle sequences also, other than the ones I mentioned, are pretty just okay. They're not memorable, they're not exciting. They just happen, and I think that it's a bit of a bummer that we don't know much of anyone else in this movie besides Napoleon and Josephine. I did not latch on to any other character, and that's fine, whatever. But yeah, I didn't really care about the battles in this movie, and usually during the battles, there has to be a few victories and a few defeats for the audience to care. Just the Battle of Helm's Deep, for example, that battle is amazing because there are a lot of lows, there are a lot of highs, and there are a lot of lows, and yeah, here there's just there are some entertaining action sequences, but overall, not very. Not they don't make the movie, in my opinion. There are several inaccuracies in this film. Now, I know that Ridley Scott isn't doing a documentary, and that's fine. He doesn't need to be 100% accurate, but it would have been nice just to know, like, it would have been nice to see most of this movie being accurate to what really happened. Just for example, now I'll say a minor spoiler, so if you don't want to know anything, wait until I move my arms like this. I mute and then come back when I move my arms. In Egypt, Napoleon actually fires at one of the pyramids of Giza, which never happens in real life, and I think that's a disservice to Napoleon's story, because why make shit up if you're gonna tell what really happened? It doesn't make any sense to me. You can find other ways to make battles more entertaining. It's just weird. It's really weird decisions like this that kind of throw me out of the film. You can come back now. I like Ridley Scott. He's one of my, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite directors because sometimes he misses his mark. But he did direct some of my favorite movies like Alien, Gladiator, The Martian, for goodness sake. But here, I think he squanders all the potential that this movie could have brought and completely misses the mark. Which is sad to say because I was really looking forward to this. The movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I understand why it was as long as it was. But I don't think the movie really finds a reason for us to care beyond the name of the title character, which is it's pretty bad. I would rate this movie a C-. I think it really missed the mark. It should have been better, and yeah, it's a bummer. Alright, that was my review. Let me know what you thought about the movie down in the comments below. See you next time.